but Tutakaka broke clear. KT Reynardo can't go with him. Further back to Balmoral and General Wolf. Calpurnian's dropped right away, but it's all Tutakaka well clear. 3 or 4 lengths in front from Balmoral, who emerges to the Quinella, but all too good Tutakaka. Tutakaka bolts home. Second, Balmoral and General Wolf on the outside will get third.
It was a pretty easy watch for those who took the odds on. Tutakaka winning over 1,800 metres for the 2-year-olds. Wasn't a big field, and it was a masterstroke by Tony Pike having his galloper in that race, because now he could be a potential Derby prospect. Always great to catch up with Tony Pike. How are you, Tony?
Yeah, morning, Michael. How's things?
Very well. When did you first see this race on the horizon and decide to aim him at it with a Derby in the back of your mind for spring?
He had a run here in New Zealand and was very good coming from midfield and closed really strongly late. Fresh up behind another smart 2-year-old of mine and Manutara, and just going through the Brisbane programs. Just happy to see that race. Obviously, a new race for the Carnival, and just the horsefly coming. Obviously, needed a little bit of mileage, and obviously that trip away to Brisbane really makes these horses go up a lot. So they just looked like 3 really nice races for him. Obviously, a chance to hopefully get some prize money, and knowing that he's going to develop into a nice star, we thought that 1,800 metre race would be a lovely target for him.
Well, you bank 72,000 in prize money, and he looks strong. He's very well bred, related to Melody Bell, and he's a horse that looks like he's got a lot of upside. And as you said, you've campaigned horses through the Brisbane Winter Carnival so successfully in previous years. Is he a horse that you think can get to the top level?
Yeah, look, the Derby was always in the back of our mind. He is, he's a lovely type of horse. Obviously, Tavistock's a known staying breed, but they can be a touch weak as younger horses. The Stokes actually quite a big, mature 2-year-old, just probably mentally more than anything else. It's been his biggest letdown, but he's improved with each run in Brisbane. So, he's a horse we always thought could get to a VRC Derby. And obviously the wheels is oyster as a 3-year-old. He, as I say, ran out the 1,800 metres really strongly on Saturday. So those Derby trips for the 3-year-old shouldn't really be an issue. And there's just a multitude of choices for horses like that through Australia in the 3-year-old season.
So what do you do with him? Do you let him winter in Brisbane in the warmer climate before heading to Melbourne in the spring, or do you get him home to New Zealand between?
We're probably going to come home this year, Michael. Previous years we have just a few in Queensland. Just on the logistics of it all this year with COVID and everything else, just decided to bring him straight home. He flies home on 6th of July, and he'll just have a short 2 or 3 week let up in the paddock before coming back into the stables. And look, we may head over to Melbourne, probably sort of early in September. Just got to sort of work out our dates at this point in time with him, and hopefully a couple of others as well.
Well, you've got a team up in Brisbane, and we love seeing you in Melbourne during the Spring Carnival. So how many have you earmarked to maybe try and bring over to Melbourne this spring?
At this stage, there's 3 that we're probably going to bring over in the first instance. It's really nice sort of rising 3-year-olds as well, but they'll probably stay here for spring and East racing. Cadillac's have taken over the training of him from Clayton Chipperfield, and he retired from training earlier in the year. So he's been in the stable for about 6 weeks now. He seems to be over all his issues and seems to be working extremely well. He's a lot stronger horse than he was last year as well. So excited to see what level we can get him to. This preparation, obviously, he's a very talented horse, and if he does come up well here in New Zealand, possibly on the first week, the Triple Crown here, then he'll head to Melbourne as well.
What's he like? What type of horse is he like? Because we saw him in Australia, and he had that cracking contest with Alligator Blood, and then the wheels fell off. But what's he like to train?
Look, a lovely horse to train. I only saw the horse once or twice as a 3-year-old, and he's really improved physically. He's a lot more mature horse and a lot stronger as a 4-year-old. So, he's a lovely temperamented horse, and as long as we can hopefully don't get a recurrence of some of those issues from last year, then we can get him back to that top level.
So what were those issues again that he had?
He had sort of what they call bone bruising in his hind fetlock joint. He's been given a lot of time off and a lot of rehab, a lot of time on water treadmills and bits and pieces over the last 12 months since he he's almost been off the team for 12 months. So, with that time on the side and it's nice slow long build up, hopefully we don't see any really clear accounts of that.
He's a horse that would go really well with some of those early spring carnival races, like a Rupert Clark or a Turek. Could he get ready in time for races like that in the spring?
Yeah, I think he probably can. As I said, he's done a lot of long slow build up at the moment. He should have his first gallop on Tuesday morning. So he'll trial here probably early in August, and he's probably going to stay here for a race for the Foxwoods Play for Tiwaka, and then the first thing. There's been no trophy at Hawke's Bay, but as long as he goes well on those two, then he could be on the plane straight after that.
How's New Zealand going at the moment, Tiny? We know there's been a fair amount of change in the last few months. How is the racing scene over there at the moment?
Look, it's cold and bleak at the moment in the middle of winter, but what it's used to. But yeah, look, there is some change. Unfortunately, it's still not happening quick enough. There's just some legislative change, but at the moment there is no TAB board as such. It's an interim board that's just sort of meandering along while we appoint a new board. So hopefully we can get some good people on that new board, and obviously some significant strategic challenges ahead. There's some opportunities out there, obviously, global trends that wagering right up across the world, which is, like everything with COVID, quite an unusual situation. So there are some greater returns coming for next season, and hopefully, with some new legislation in place, and once we get a new board, we can start seeing some light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, hopefully there's some exciting times ahead with your stable as well. Catalyst is going to be exciting, and hopefully the Derby contender as well. Have you got a winner? I see tomorrow, 2 going around at Eagle Farm for us.
Probably not Eagle Farm tomorrow. I think they're both for each-way chances, but I wouldn't get too confident with either of those. We've got some nice horses going around here this week. So if the punters are betting in New Zealand, I think we've got a 2-year-old called Mr. Blue Sky that should win tomorrow. And another really promising 2-year-old, actually a half-brother of Sherwood Forest, off on Saturday, his debut run at Whangarei called Field of Gold. I think it's a nice horse to follow through into his 3-year-old season.
Outstanding work, Tony. We'll be following those on the weekend and tomorrow. Best of luck.
Thanks, Michael.
Tony Pike.